can handle the drama of a man struggling to deal with his estranged son better than anybody I could think of. So I guess that means you're not going to see Batman. I kind of like the relationship thing that they're going for, the father and son relationship being rebuilt. I think for me it's going to be a wonderful thing. I love that they're doing that, because Bruce Wayne, the character, is very interesting, but so is Batman. But Bruce Wayne's relationship with everybody and the Bat family is interesting too, because he's the father of Robin's, Nightwing's, Batgirl, whatever, Catwoman. Not really, but it's kind of fun to see the relationship being rebuilt. It'd be interesting. Hopefully, we'll get to see Alfred in it. And if they don't have an Alfred in it, and they're still filming, looking for an Alfred for Titans, I suggest Derek Jacobi. He's a great actor. He's a great theater, Shakespeare actor. He could be a great asset to the show. He's a good actor. The funny thing about it, watching Titans, I recently watched one of the episodes. I didn't realize this because the guy who plays Robin was in the last Pirates of the Caribbean film. One of the last ones. I didn't even realize that. He was in one of the Pirates films. He was in the one with they had the mermaids. I didn't even realize that was him. I just was like, holy shit, that dude was in Pirates. It's kind of crazy when you look at it. It's so weird though, It's kind of funny. Robert Pattinson in a new interview talks about Batman. Can't wait to see what Sparkles has to say. Anyway, Pattinson talks about portraying Batman. He talks candidly about the casting and putting on the bat suit. He says, quote, about social media backlash over his potential casting, he says, "To be honest, it was less vitriolic than I expected." He also tells Variety, it's much more fun when you're an underdog and there's no expectations of you. I kind of like this because he's kind of like being like, it's kind of. I like how he responded to it because it's kind of funny. But there was one part where he talked about the bat suit, which kind of made me laugh. Yeah. He was asked, surprisingly, Pattinson won't confirm if he has more than one film on his contract. He says, quote, "I don't know anything. I got an idea how to do it for about 4 scenes. Then I'm working on the rest gradually." I kind of like that. He kind of has a sense of humor, which I like that. He kind of he's honest about it. And he also talks about Christopher Nolan, which is kind of interesting. He says, quote, Five days later, he was on set of Christopher Nolan's Tenet when he got the call that he had the part. During the suit test, he became concerned about how limited his movements are, Pattinson recalls. It's so bizarre. It was like, what a coincidence. This is happening. It's absolutely crazy. Nolan had directed the Dark Knight trilogy. He turned immediately I was talking about things to do with the Batsuit, Pattinson said. Like, how to get movements in it. Like, I'll tell you one thing. I have a Batsuit. Like, the craziest thing about it, like, I have different Batcals. Like, I have the Dark Knight one. I have two of them. One was made in Japan, and my big-ass head wouldn't fit in it. And I have the Tim Burton cowl. And I'll tell you one thing. The thing, it's not like the cows that he's probably wearing, but I'll tell you one thing. It's an absolute bitch. Especially with your eyes. You barely can't see. Your peripheral vision's like... You have to, like, turn your head to look. And it's, like, so crazy. But, you know... It's crazy. So... Hopefully, like, I don't know how he's going to look in the Batsuit. But... I think he's going to look cool in it. I hope it's like one of the Batsuits in the comic, like a Grey Capullo looking Batsuit, or the one in Telltale. Like, I'd love to see the Batman Telltale version, especially the one in Enemy Within. Like, I like that design. That was a pretty cool one. So, he says this quote. This is the Batsuit. I was reading the one about the Nolan because I just thought it was pretty interesting because Nolan is one of the greatest directors next to the likes of Stanley Kubrick. He said, quote, about the suit, he said, "It was this stage Matt Reeves, Matt as he referred to him, had him put into the put into a Batsuit. He said, quote, I put it on. I remember saying to Matt, it doesn't feel quite transformative. He was like, I would hope it does. You're literally in the Batsuit, Pattinson went on to describe the moment, telling Variety. You do feel very powerful immediately. It is pretty astonishing, something that is incredibly difficult to get into it. So it's a ritual getting into it. It's pretty humiliating. You have 5 people trying to shove you into something. Once you've got it on, it's like, yeah, I feel strong. I feel tough. Even though I had someone squeezing my butt cheeks to the legs. You poor bastard. I had to say this just for reading that and laughing. Robert Pattinson has my vote of confidence. It's just, he has my vote of confidence. I hope he does great in it. I think he's gonna knock it out of the ballpark. And I hope he does great in it. So, yeah. So, what do I think the Batsuit looks like? I hope they don't do the gray and black one again. I know a lot of people, like it. They love it because of Dark Knight Rises and Dawn of Justice. I don't think they should do it because, if they're going to do a new Batsuit, a separate universe from DCEU, they should do a new Batsuit. I think it's a new Batman, a new director, a new story. Just do a new suit. That's my opinion of it. I hope they do great with it. So, you know, Pattinson has my vote of confidence. I think I've seen him in one film. I want to see that new film he's in with William Dafoe, because any film that has William Dafoe in it, I have to watch it, because I just think he's a great actor, and I wish he would have been in the Batman film, but yeah, he was an Aquaman, so. Alright. I have to read the one about Batwoman. I got a lot of flack for that one. A lot of people thought I was kind of harsh on it by calling Batwoman a boring fucking character. Because it is. Birds of Prey reshoots begin in Los Angeles. Doesn't surprise me that they're doing reshoots, because one, they're doing action scenes, and I'd be honest with you, between Birds of Prey and Batwoman, I'd rather sit through fucking Batwoman than sit through Birds of Prey. That's the one. Yeah. So I think for me, I'd rather sit through a fucking Batwoman show than Birds of Prey. Batwoman plays by her own rules in the new trailer. I swear she looks like an anorexic bitch in a batsuit. Sorry, the show looks stupid. I know a lot of people are excited for it, but it's just, how can you be excited for the show? It's just, I don't know. It's just, it looks awful. I don't want to sit through the trailer. I'm sorry. I can't. I thought that was Steve Martin in a new movie. It's like, shit. What the hell is Jojo Rabbit? Sorry, I have to read something real quick. It just looks awful. What the fuck? Based on a novel called Caging Skies by Christina, whoever. When Jonas Belzer discovers his mother is hiding a Jewish girl in the walls of their home while he is a member of Hitler's youth camp? What the fuck? Now torn between specialism and situation, he begins having conversations with an imaginary friend that happens to be What the fuck? Okay, I have to read this one, because this is by the director of Thor Ragnarok and upcoming Thor Love and Thunder. When Jonas Belzer discovers his mother, played by Scarlett Johansson, is hiding a Jewish girl in the walls of their house, where he is a member of Hitler's youth camp. Now torn between his nationalism and the situation he is in, he begins having conversations with his imaginary friend that happens to be Adolf Hitler. What the fuck? It just looks fucking awful. How is Disney even allowing this? This is fucking crazy.